Bam! What's going on, everybody? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Jesus Christ. How's everybody doing? I have been absent noticeably. Yes, thank you so much. Bandon, who's been a plot hole crew member. Let me get this over here, actually. That way we can properly highlight this, if it'll ever show up on this damn thing. There it is. Bandon, who's been a plot hole crew member for 21 months, says, right on, right on. Good to see you. And then we have, don't forget, Skits Crasher, who is also celebrating 17 months of being a plot hole crew member, says, hello, Johnny O. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody is having an amazing time. It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. And the fucked up thing is, last time I did this, I mentioned that I don't like doing chili content. Hank's Corner has gifted one plot hole membership. Thank you so much, Hank. I appreciate that. Whoever gets that, make sure you have if you want to get the gifts, make sure you have them things turned on. You click the thing, you press the yes, and then you get one. But, be careful. You never know what will happen to you if you do that, just so you know. Zachary Hooper, who has been a plot hole crew member for 6 months, says, hello, Johnny O. Hello, Zachariah. Good to see you. And then Hank's Corner, who has also been a plot hole member for 9 months, says, glad to see you back. Thank you so much, Hank. Thank you so much. Oh, so last summer you have just become a plot hole sponsor. How you like that? How you like them apples? Thank you. Just say, oops, I did it again. I didn't want to, okay? I didn't want to do any more chili content. I really didn't. I had stopped doing chili content, I don't know, like 2 months ago, I think. I didn't even cover his dumbass when he got arrested. But somebody thought that it would be a good idea to try to rope me back into this shit. So, and I'm going to show you how they did this. Go away there. Go away. Yes, I know. I go away there. Yes, I know. That's why I shared it. Come on. All right, we're going to take a look at this. Hopefully we can see this better than it's showing up here. If not, you just have to go with me. But here we are. All right. So I received this about 2.5 weeks ago. Hi, the plot hole due to a copyright takedown notice that we received. We take down your video from YouTube. It was a video that we did, live video, the reckless and dangerous, criticizing delete laws for live streaming while driving. Okay, now Jose, I don't have a problem showing his name because he doesn't have a problem telling everybody his name. His name is Jose Maria de Castro. Now he filed this false DMCA claim takedown because, look, we all know why I did it, okay? We're not stupid. We understand, Chili. We know how you think. You wanted to do this, and you did this because you thought you were going to get my information. You wanted my emails and all this other bullshit. What you don't understand is that because we know how you work, and because there are other people out there who know how people like you work, there are attorneys who offer service that will act as your forwarding email address and details. So we're smarter than you, Chili. Believe it or not. See, when we need legal advice, we actually see real attorneys. You might want to consider that someday. Pat Cat celebrates 3 months of being a membership. Says, hiya. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tina Slade, good to see you. Mardo, good to see you. Facty, good to see you. Gia, good to see you. Kevin One, good to see you. Is that you, Mr. Stone? Yes. Curious how long to see before he's governor. Yeah. I wouldn't hold my breath. And if you were, I would, just don't hold your breath. Now, so I received that and I filed my copyright counterclaim. Well, my copyright counterclaim, my counter notification, which alerted Chili that he had 10 business days to provide evidence that he was taking me to federal copyright court in the state of Texas. Yes, Chili, I live in Texas, a state in which you are too petrified to drive through. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're an idiot and you got yourself busted up a couple times. Good to see you, John F. Yeah, Burns 66 is funny how the person who thinks he's fighting for First Amendment rights is trying to silence all of his critics. Absolutely. Hey, Mike Screaming Goat. I miss you guys too. Absolutely. It is absolutely interesting to me how someone who says First Amendment and transparency and right to freedoms and blah, 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 gets so triggered and butthurt when someone like me criticizes his actions, especially when you go out and do the types of shit that you do, when you go out there and put yourself out in the manner in which gets you just utterly destroyed in the field, arrested, destroyed in court. You haven't won a single case. Sorry, buddy. It's not how this works. It really doesn't work this way. So I want you to understand, because we know how you work and because we know how you operate, we also know that you cannot provide any evidence that you're taking any one of us to copyright court in our state. Again, I live in Texas. I have no problem letting you know. Okay. Delete Fun says, I'm releasing my transparency app tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is always a day away. Always just a day away. What's up, Bob Nadel's Gyroscope? Good to see you. So that being said, after the 10 business days, 14 actual calendar days, because of, weekends and holidays and whatnot, obviously the copyright didn't go through. He didn't provide the evidence. He didn't tell YouTube, hey, here's the court in which I have filed against the plot hole. Here's my paperwork, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Instead, he let it pass. Right? And I say that because Mr. Delete Lips himself, chili to castrated, sent me this email. Plotholio, I didn't follow through. No, more like you couldn't follow through. So we're going to go ahead and correct you there. I couldn't follow through is what you meant to say. But I didn't follow through. I let it. I don't know what the fuck that. I let it. I didn't follow through to give you a copyright strike. I could have 12 days ago. I could have solidified the strike by submitting the current ongoing litigation. There's only one problem with that, you dumb shit. I am not a part of your ongoing litigation, and that's not how that works. You dumb fuck. That it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry that you think it does. No, I'm not sorry you think it does. You're an idiot. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You just don't. You don't know what you're doing. That would have been your final strike, and your channel could be taken down because of this. I didn't hammer you. No, I have no strikes on my channel. Not one. Not even the bullshit one that you tried to put. Not there. I have 0 strikes. So no, would not have been my final strike. My channel would not have been taken down. Hey, Brooke, good to see you. He'll have his copyright infringement plan in 2 weeks. Well, good luck. Good luck. It's not going to work. I saw your video and I have no ill will towards you. I just retaliate. What are you retaliating against? Are you retaliating somebody who, like, if I were to take your video and just restream it without any commentary, absolutely, you would have a leg to stand on. But I didn't do that. I provided commentary, criticism to what you were doing. You don't like the commentary and criticism. That's your issue. Just come out and say it. Be a fucking man for once and say, hey, I don't like it when people criticize what I'm doing. Just be a man about it. You can't do that because you're not a man about it. You're a coward. You try and use legal systems that you don't understand, YouTube processes that just don't do what you think they do in order to hide behind the fact that somebody hurt your feelings on the internet and your only course of reaction is to attempt to get their channel and their voice silenced. The same thing, might I add, that you rail about yourself. Now, I'm speaking directly to you because I know you watch my channel. This right here proves that you watch my channel. Thank you for your views. I appreciate it. But understand, instead of acting like a little bitch, perhaps what you should do is figure out where you're wrong and correct that. But you won't do that because you can't. You lack the ability of introspection. You can't look at yourself and say, hey, this is where I might be wrong, and this is where I need to adjust the wheels, so to speak. Now we're getting into the part where we play fucking around and find out. I don't do threats. Okay. I just don't do it. You can threaten me all you want. You can threaten I don't give a fuck. Threaten me. I just don't do them. I don't do threats. If you'd like, this is chilly. If you'd like, I can focus on you. We've seen what happens when I decide to go after people. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Nothing in your favor. If you think you can bleed me dry of money, good luck. Good luck. I'm asking you to leave me alone. Dumbass, I'd left you alone for 2 solid months. Your fucking idiot self was the one who brought me back into this, okay? I was done with you because you're fucking boring. You are. You're just boring. You're the same old shtick over and over and over and over again. You're like a broken record that nobody seems to want to kick off the fucking record player. You're boring as fuck. I don't care about you. When you do something overtly stupid, yeah, I'm going to cover it and call you out on it. Most of the time, some of the time, possibly, who knows? Get over it. People are going to do that. That's exactly what we do. That's what you do, right? You see something that you don't like and you call it out. Right now, I think you're currently on a live stream trying to get people or trying to call for a brigading of a DA and his kids, you fucking twisted piece of shit. You're attempting to have a DA and his kids brigaded. Think about that for a second. When those people whom you have issues with allegedly went after your mother and your family, you were so fucking wound up about it that you were shitting little pieces of dental floss. Yet you're cool with sending people after a DA and his or her children. That just goes even further to define what a giant, useless piece of shit you are. You don't like what I have to say? I don't care. Get over it. I'm asking you to leave me alone. No, you're not asking me. You are trying to strong arm me into getting you to leave you alone. And again, I had left you alone. I hadn't said a word about you in fucking 2 months, but you wanted to bring me back in. Tina Slay, absolutely correct, says he has no issue going after my family. Exactly. It's just, yes, rules for thee, not for me. 100% correct. Chili further says, this will be my only correspondence with you. I won't reply. I don't give a shit. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Leave me alone so I don't have to change my focus. If you don't, I'm going to focus on you and no, I think he means no publicity. Yeah, no publicity. Here's the thing. I don't give two shits what you think you can or can't do to me. I don't care. I don't care if you want to focus on me. I don't. It does not bother me in any way, shape, or form. There is nothing that you can do to harm me. Not a single thing. You have no power over me, Cholito. None whatsoever. That bothers you. And that's a you problem, not a me problem. That being said, do whatever you like. Do whatever you wish. Remember, I stopped covering your stupid ass fucking 2 months ago, and you're the one who brought me back into the fucking ring. This is where the rubber meets the road with you and I. If you decide to continue on this road from here, I'll focus on you. I don't do threats. I just don't. I don't deal with threats. I don't. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I just don't. I refuse. I refuse to deal with people who think that their only course is to offer some sort of threat to get what they want. I think I missed the trademark Johnny Osai, my fave. Yep. I missed one chat. Hang on a second. I missed two, actually. One sec. See where they go. Where'd they go? Tina Slay, I did not see that. If somebody wants to send it to me, I'll definitely look at it when I get a few. Let's see. I missed one. Where did it go? Who was it? So William Grabber, who's been a plot hole member for 9 months, says Chile just made of stupid. Absolutely made of stupid. I didn't know they could stack stupid that high. And then I had another one. Sorry, William. I missed it showing up because I was too busy reading this stupid fucking email. 10 Kai for $2 says, man, I thought I left the Chili World. Here I am. I thought I left the Chili World as well because, again, I don't give two shits about what Chili does so long as he's not putting people in danger or he do the stupid shit you want to do, Chili. Do that. We'll continue to point and laugh at you. But at the end of the day, I was done with you. You brought me back in. That was kind of a dumb mistake. Stupid on your part. Gia for $19.99. Thank you so much. Says Chili is getting extremely careless and bordering on stalking again. Love you, Johnny. Thank you, G. Thank you, G. I love you too. You guys are awesome. Delete Fun says he's suing Johnny O's beer tomorrow. Well, you might actually have the ability to shoot, son of a gun. Mark Stone says, but he's going to be governor. Yeah, he's going to be governor of Shittown, I think. Not going to be governor. Yeah, Nemo813 says, Chili suing people for supposedly harassing his family, but it's okay for him to harass other people's family. Yes. It's perfectly cool for Chili to say, I'm going to go after your family. And it's perfectly cool in Chili's mind you. It's perfectly cool to go after people's families or children, wish bone cancer on children. Yeah, we're not going to let you forget that when you jack it. We're just not going to let you forget. Shiz. JL, I hope you're here because Shiz is going to sue your OnlyFans for only featuring JL. Jim Finch, who runs a really cool site.org, is an interesting place to get some news, information, articles, and updates, etc. It's not OnlyFans. No, you can't get that on OnlyFans. That's really cool site.org. Vote for Johnny O's beard. It'll be governor before Chili is. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. What's up, Trigger Limey? Aaron. Golly, I need new glasses. Good to see you. Good to see you, Aaron. You have to go chase minions. Just wanted to say, I want to go chase those minions. Hello, Elizabeth. No, he's not helping his case by emailing me threats. And here's the thing. This is not going to go the way that he thinks it's going to go. Okay. First and foremost. They're too much toast, not enough butter, Chili. I hope you understand what that means, but you probably don't. Chili is claiming to be immune to tasers now. Wow. I tell you what, Chili, if you want to test that theory, let's do so. We'll meet up. I'll get different levels. We'll do like the little hand those, those little poppers that kind of like sting you and whatnot. And then we'll get an actual police issue taser, and then we'll get a cattle prod, and we'll see how well that works. Yeah, I know you're not kidding, Jim. I'm sure that is exactly what he says. Narcissism makes it impossible for Chili to see his repeated failures. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I'm positive he's a narcissist. I can't. I can't make that claim, as I am not a mental health professional, but he seems to have all of the boxes checked in that one there. Yeah. Charlie Welsh, good to see you. Archangel 3 says, I have the ML18 and X26 stages. Let's do it. Tony Regime says, immune to tasers. That must be the GHB talking. Stony, that would most definitely be drugs and lunacy. Absolutely. Hey, Sandy D says, sorry, I'm 18 minutes late. Just had to check all the rooms in the res hall. Man is checking damages left by residents. Hoping the credits were still rolling. You guys need to get off my back about these credits thing. It's 2.5 minutes, maybe 3. I don't know what it is, but I went from 5 minutes and I cut it in half. Come on, man. Ed209 says, has he had any consequences to his actions? Unfortunately not. To this point, he had his weak little hand slapping 6 months ago, our 2-week hand slapping where he wasn't allowed to post and go live because of his abuse of the DMCA claims and then of his threats of whatnot. But no, he has not had any severe consequences. Aaron Reese absolutely would like it. Yeah, absolutely. Send that over. It's just, what do you people want from me? I don't know what that is. Don't care. Anyway, yeah, he has not had enough hand slaps. But here's the thing: the path that he's continuing, he is going to get far worse than a hand slap. It is going to happen. He will get sanctioned from YouTube, and whether he likes it or not, Paul from Brooklyn, I'm assuming, for $5, says keep it up with the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. In Chili's most recent live stream, one of his mods told him to stop grifting for Last Days of Freedom. He had to demod Waldo for giving him $9.99 and pointing that out. Well, Smitty, I'm live. Anyway, yeah. Look, what did kind of want to mention some things that have come about. The rumors that there are groups that in the anti-frauditor and the this side of the aisle. I don't really particularly care to put myself in quote this side of the aisle, but the people whom have banded together, and I don't know any of the details, any of the specifics. I know that there were some people that were a part of it, that weren't a part of it, that were like smeared over, and that certain members were like their images were used, their Discord handles were used, but it wasn't them saying it. It was like a really bad copy paste and fabrication of somebody saying something and whatnot. But apparently, there have been some groups that have been going around and engaging in harassing behavior of Jeremiah Payne and Last Days of Freedom. To that, the only thing that I will say is don't do that shit. Regardless of what we think about what Chili does, about what Last Days of Freedom does, what any of these people do, if we see them doing something illegal, it needs to be, yes, you feel inclined to report it, right? When Chili is driving whilst streaming, that is dangerous. That is dangerous. Absolutely. If you feel so inclined to report that because of the danger, absolutely do that. However, when it comes to actively stalking or harassing somebody, don't fucking do that shit, especially somebody as mentally unstable as Jeremiah Payne appears to be. Even more so when there's a child involved. If you think that child is in danger, then again, I'm not going to tell you to do something, because, and this is not me saying, oh, let me, so you'll know. Absolutely not. If you feel inclined to make a report, then that's something you need to do. I will never tell anybody to brigade anybody, regardless. Like this stuff that's going on with Chili. I'm not asking anybody to report Chili. I'm not asking anybody to get involved. I can handle my own stuff with Chili. I don't need anybody else's help. I appreciate the support, 100% appreciate the support, appreciate the sentiment, but I don't want people going out and doing other things that are questionable at best, immoral, and some are just illegal. Don't do that stuff. That's not something we need to be involved in. We don't need to be involved in doing illegal things. And to those who wanted to fabricate messages, by the way, hello, Aza, good to see you. It's been a minute. Those of you who are willing to falsify documents or text messages or whatever, Doxy McSnitchy, all my information's out there. It's easy to find. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to engage directly, laugh from afar. Absolutely. What's up, Angel Rivera? Good to see you. Watching Chili argue with Chat GPT and threaten to rage quit if it doesn't stop. I know, that was hilarious, and I didn't even comment on that, Chili. I didn't even bust your balls about that one. That one was comedy gold. You're arguing with a fucking AI. You're arguing with a computer, and the computer is winning that argument. How sad is that for you? How sad is that for you? It's just so funny. But back to what we're saying. Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't use someone else's name to whatever. Just don't do that. Don't use somebody else's name to hide your shit, to conspire, to influence other people to do illegal activities. Just don't do that shit. It's not cool. It's not a good look on you. And again, I don't know all the details and the specifics. I don't know who's involved, who's not involved. I don't know names. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just don't care. If you are involved, stop being involved. If you aren't involved and someone is trying to get you involved, tell them to go fuck themselves. Point blank and period. Yeah, so last somebody says he's going to sue a bot. Yeah. What's up, Tiny Captain? It's been a minute. What's going on here? The system is aware of the Pasian family. Those working with them know far more about their situation than YouTube followers, creators will ever know. Let them do their jobs. Yeah. Here's the thing. If the Payne, I think you meant Payne family. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So if the Payne family, meaning Jeremiah, his wife, and that child, if the system has them, yeah, let them do their work. Jumping into that is only going to get everything more convoluted. Hot 80s Girl says, hi, everyone. Good to see you. Sandy D for $5 says, the reality is you haven't mentioned him in 2 months. He's suing over that. Really, he wants the attention. Absolutely. This is 100% true. The only reason why he mentioned my name again is because I stopped talking about him. He needs attention from as many people as he can get attention from. And to be honest, this is the last time I'm going to give you attention on your terms. Every time that I cover your bullshit, it's going to be on my terms. And even this is a response on my terms. Because I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anything about you. I know everything I need to know about you. Period. What's up, Dig Bag Patrol? There it is again. All right, let's see this. We have what do we have here? We have a narcissist. This better be. Oh, I do remember this. I remember when he did this stuff. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and get this on the screen. Just in case we were curious of whether or not Chili is a narcissist. Well, no, that's not what I wanted. Go away. No. I don't want that. This is what I want. Here you go. We're going to boom. Chili, I'm allowed to call you a narcissist now. You know why?
I'm a narcissist. Everything I'm doing for myself. So that if you get put in a dungeon, I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm really helping you so that I don't go to a dungeon. Or I'm helping you so that I get publicity. Just so you know, every person who's in front of the camera, every person is called a narcissist.
Well, there you are, buddy. I can call you a narcissist because you told me I could. You just let me know that I can call you a narcissist. We all can. There you go. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. I'm going to look at that here shortly. I have a new member. Where'd it go? Come on now. Where'd it go? Shh. It's here somewhere. I promise. I'm still kind of getting used to this new thing here. There it is. Vanguard has become a rockaholic. Thank you so much, Vanguard. I really do appreciate that. And potentially a criminal who is an actual attorney, Chili, one you might consider consulting before you do more stupid shit. But not necessarily, I'm sorry, potential criminal. I don't mean to put Chili your way. That's not what I meant. I meant an actual attorney, not specifically potentially criminal. Yeah. So Chili Cluster B DeCastro for $2. Thank you so much, potential criminal. I appreciate that. I think I have a new member. Do I have a new member? No, he's not an alleged narcissist. He's called himself one. Tiny Captain, I have been extremely busy. It's just Johnny's a narcissist. Oh no. Maybe. What's up, Jay Carr? Good to see you. And speaking of Jay Carr, he has just become a crew member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate that. Well, Chili's an attention whore. He most certainly is. That's not even allegedly. You're an attention whore, Chili. It's kind of what you're all about, which is fine. JL, I have most certainly been called worse by better. Absolutely. You yourself used to call me all kinds of names. Stroke Assaulter, who's been a member, Plato member for 15 months, says, hey there, Johnny. It's been a while. It has been a while. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Always good to see you. He's arguing with Chat GPT again. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. Wait, where? Where is he? Oh, fuck's sake. This guy, you just... Okay. I didn't want to. Chili, you asked for it. Okay? I didn't want to do it.
In the case, it's unlikely that you would have standing to file a writ of mandamus on their behalf. Typically, the right to file a writ of mandamus is for individuals with direct interest in the matter and been affected by the actions. Without such standing, it would be challenging to pursue a writ of mandamus. If you believe there's a case of misconduct or bias involving prosecutors or judges, it may be helpful to gather evidence or documentation that supports your concerns. Depending on the jurisdiction, there may be avenues available to report such misconduct or seek a review of case by a higher authority, such as a judicial conduct commission or oversight agency.
Can I just point out how sad it is that you're going to Chat GPT for legal advice when I'm sure there are plenty of actual law scholars that would be more than happy to help you out. Real legal scholars. You can even get, help from your local law schools that might have a indigency program.
Judicial Conduct Commission.
Basic trigonometry. Good to see you, buddy.
Judicial conduct.
I did, didn't I? Turn into the what? No fucking way I did.
What is the...
What's up, Rib Tickler?
So this is how you use Chat GPT. If you guys are unfamiliar.
This is true, Jim Finch, but still. Fucking hell.
In the state of Indiana, the agency responsible for overseeing the conduct of judges is the Indiana Commission on Judicial Qualifications. The ICJQ is an independent agency that investigates complaints on judicial misconduct. No.
This is... Good Lord. Good Lord. He's typing this shit in. This is for a prosecutor who failed the people, failed to do his job representing the people, and failed to convene a grand jury for the murder of Joshua McLemore. Come on, man. Look, this is Chat GPT. It doesn't understand nuance. It doesn't understand feeling. It does the best that it can, but at the end of the day, it's still an AI program. It's artificial intelligence. It's using an algorithm to base its response, even a emotional response, on logical steps, not an emotional step. You just, couldn't find specific information because
you have concerns about the conduct.
You know what? I don't know how much longer. Do you guys really want to look at this shit? I mean, oh, jeez. So I might want to look at this here. I will definitely look at this quickly. Would you guys rather look at the protection order that De Castro has placed against, or would you rather watch him just try and
performance of a prosecutor? There are
this shit against. Good Lord, my goodness, I just can't. I can't with this guy. He's such a fucking moron. Yes to the protection order. Potentially criminal. If you're around and want to comment on this protection orders, I am not a legal scholar or a legal expert in any shape or form. You are more than welcome to pop on. Let me know and I'll send you a link if you can. If not, all right, we want to see the latest filing? Good, because I don't want to look at Chili's stupid ass anymore. The guy's so fucking dumb. Just so stupid. Is there a pigeon using Chat GPT that would be more? Yeah, it would be, actually. I think pigeon Chat GPT would be much more entertaining. All right, let's see if we can. Thank you, Rodin, the last name. All right, let's take a look at this. We're not going to. Social right here. Good to see you. We're not going to be on too much longer because I've got so much work to do. Oh, by the way, let's see. Wait, I went the wrong way. Fuck it. See that? That's Johnny O, the Trident, according to AI. What do you think? So does it look just like me, right? It looks just like me. Wait, how do we do this? I can't. I gotta wait. I got stuck in the gut. Look down. Wait, take the glass off. Wait. Fuck. I don't have a trident, but it's identical, right? It's the AI did great. It's perfect. It's a spitting image right there. That is me as a cartoon character in Fantasyland. What's up, Tones? Hurry up. Okay, sorry, my bad. Here we go. Sorry. Squirrel. That's no, I don't want to do that. The resemblance is thank you. Laura Rader, you bite your tongue. Come on, looks just like Johnny, not that guy. That guy is much better. Oscar. Thank you. In Fantasyland, indeed. You know. See the difference between myself and some dumbass like Chili's. I know that's a joke. Thor Rasmussen, who's celebrating 27 months of membership, says, hello, Johnny. Hope all is well. All is as well as can be expected. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Let's do this. We're going to. I'm going to sing to you. No, I'm not. I promise. All right. We have this is Chile de Castro, case number, blah, blah, blah. You can see all this here. This is in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Ohio, Western District. Sounds like Ironton. Hey, Smitty. Good to see you, man. I'll call you back later. I promise. I will. Johnny Swole says basic trig. Yeah. Jason Momoa at Johnny Depp's trial was hysterical. I saw the video. It's kind of funny. Anyway, plaintiff, that's Chile, is motion for protective order pursuant to federal or whatever. Plaintiff Jose DeBiccio hereby moves this court to enter a protective order to stop defendants from participating in premature discovery that violates the federal rules of civil procedure in order to harass and or unnecessarily burden the plaintiff. Wait a minute. Full stop. Full stop. Are you so the guy who is just shotgunning litigation all over the place is complaining about unnecessary burden? Wow. Good Lord. Yes, I'm sure this will be auto denied. As soon as the freaking judge looks at this, he's going to look at it for half a second, probably see Chili's name on it, like, nope, dismissed. It's a bad joke. Well, you know what, Oscar, that's cool. You don't have to like it. It's all right. It's fine. In support of this motion, plaintiff submits. Let's see this. Defendant's discovery request, Exhibit 1. I don't give a fuck about the background. Do I need to read the background? You guys. I'll tell you what. We'll do this. You can pause. There's this. Mike Screaming Goat says spitting image. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. The joke is Chili's motion. It is a fucking yeah, I'm sure this is great. Do you guys really need me to? I'm just gonna let this go for a second, but because this is basically his establishing this is in Ironton, yes, and that some bullshit. I tell you what, let's just look at this really quick. We'll briefly run through this. Background, March 8th. Counsels for Chapman, John Doe, and Lawrence County Center request. First set written discovery to Castro. Let's just get to the exhibits. Where are the exhibits? All right. I'm curious. Wait a minute. Back up. The discovery sought by the defendants is simply not proportional to the needs of this case. Defendant's discovery requests invade the privacy of not only the plaintiff, but of potential witnesses. Most of the interrogation. What? Self-awareness is not your strong suit, Chili. You brought this on yourself. And now you're going to complain about the discovery process. The exhibits are in another. Oh, gosh. Good Lord. Most of the ask for information far beyond the claims and the instant litigation. Accordingly, a protective order of the federal court rules, civil procedure 26 is required to stop defendants' abuse of power. How is this a defendant's abuse of power? Please enlighten us on how this is an abuse of power. How this is the defendant asking for discovery and asking for what evidence you think you have. Oh my good Lord, this is just. Stop it, JL. That's just mean. For the foregoing reasons, plaintiff requests that this court order defendants refrain from serving discovery requests until after the Rule 26 meeting has occurred. That's not, I mean, as far as I understand, and again, I am not in any way, what's up, keeping it criminal? Good to see you. In any way, shape, or form, am I suggesting that what I'm saying to you is factual? Because again, I am not a legal expert. I'm not an attorney. Never claimed to be one. So don't take anything I say as legal advice. Should you need legal advice, seek out an actual attorney, not some little guy. I know, Stoney, he's a constitutional law scholar. Anyway, but in fairness, I do believe the Rule 26 meeting should occur to set the discovery requests if I am so inclined to remember correctly. I probably don't. So I'm sure somebody will correct me for certain. So what I'm hearing is that Johnny is a legal expert and is giving us actual legal advice as pants. No, I am not a legal expert, and I'm not. Don't take any worse advice as advice, especially advice from a non-legal expert about a legal expert sort of thing. Plaintiff's discovery material shall be used solely for the purposes of supporting defendants' defenses in this litigation. Shall not be used for any other purposes, including without limitation any other litigation proceeding or enforcement action. I don't think that's how that works. Well, yes and no. I do believe that's partially how this works, but not how it works. You know what I'm saying? And again, not a legal expert. So, yes, the discovery materials will be used for the purposes of supporting the defendant's defenses. But once all that gets used in open court and this is judged, ruled, and whatever, I do believe that goes into what we call public domains, or becomes publicly accessible. So I could go to the courthouse where this is filed after litigation has happened, and etc., and ask for all of it. I can ask for a whole case file and make copies of it and do what I wish with it. So it becomes public. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to pass the mustard. Before filing a motion that includes or attaches plaintiff's discovery material, defendants shall confer with plaintiff or plaintiff's counsel in good faith on such procedures that may be necessary or advisable to protect the confidentiality of the discovery material. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. I do think that is a unreasonable request, but again, not a lawyer. Don't know. Certificate of service. Who cares? Exhibit 1. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. Yeah. Now come the Lawrence County defendants. Jane Doe. Okay, cool. So we have a Jane Doe. Men complaint first filed in the United States. Yeah, I've seen this already. The terms plaintiff and you refers to Jose Maria. The term incident refers to claims set forth on March 29th, 2022. Yeah. Cool. So you're suing law enforcement agencies. You're suing Chapman, Jane Doe, and Lawrence County because, the term crime includes any misdemeanor, felony, or infraction. Okay, cool. So you're establishing that crime can be a misdemeanor, felony, or infraction. No way will that turn around to bite you in the ass, Chili. No way will your definition of crime that includes a misdemeanor, a felony, and or infraction. No way will commenters, and people who criticize you ever be able to use that against you. None whatsoever. Yeah, civil procedure. Okay, definitions. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Chili. You're such a fuckstick. So dumb. Sorry. I've got phones going off and people want to answer this, that, and the other. Yep. In answering the discovery request. So you want discovery. You want discovery before the Rule 26 meeting, but you don't want to participate before. Delete lols. We were done with this Nimrod, but Tilly wanted to bring me back into it, and he obviously wanted me to read this. Yeah. So in Exhibit 1, you're essentially saying that and if I'm reading this right, again, I could be wrong. And Kick, you could probably answer this question as well, seeing as how you have, I think you're barred, or you're going to be barred. Yes, that means you're English, apparently. I don't know. Federal rules of civil procedure under. So you, Chili, are establishing, if I'm reading this right, you're establishing that you're cool with the Rule 26 rules of civil procedure. Just seasonably supplement all discovery responses. You're okay getting your discovery before the defendants get their discovery, as long as before Rule 26. Really? You opted for a master's instead of law degree? I see. Oh, no worries, delete lols. No worries. I'd been in filmmaking recently until Chili wanted to try and hit me with a false copyright strike. So, cell phone, who cares? You voluntarily disseminate information on YouTube. Yep, that's what happens. Public is public. And if something happens in the public domain, isn't that what all you frauditors are like championing? Public. Yay. So kind of the way it works. Why are you taking that from me? What are you doing? She's stealing my phone. I don't know what she's going to do with it. Probably going to take pictures of Poopy or something. The Lawrence County Sheriff's Office defendants have never possessed your iPhone 12 Max Pro. Admit or deny? What? The amended complaint doesn't. Wait a minute. Aren't these things that you would ask in court? Don't you generally ask these things in like litigation? Interesting. Blizzard Divide says, hey, Johnny and I need you to sub to Weekend Horror to get us 1,000. Yeah, go for Weekend Horror. If you like talking about horror films, you want to see some of the current projects that I've been working on personally, one thing that is behind me that I'm editing, go check out Weekend Horror. Also check out Insomniac Films. You're going to get updates on both channels. Weekend Horror first, Insomniac Films second. Just the way it's going to go. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. Go do it. It's only if you like horror films, and only if you like listening to me talk about horror films. If you don't, then I can't help you, or something like that. Is he saying he's going from film to reality TV? No, I am not. Tones Overthinking it says, as a filmmaker, I'm curious to see you shred my latest attempts to inject cinematic elements into my videos. Have you put your stuff? Is it on your channel? I haven't been on YouTube very much. That's not just you, though. It's everybody. I haven't been there. But I will check it out for certain. So yeah, these seems like what they're doing. Request for admission number 5 per the amendment complaint. You are no longer asserting any claim against Lawrence County. What is this shit? What are we doing here? Request for admission. Now, as I understand it, this is a meaningless exhibit. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Keeping a criminal says 26E, if the party learns that in some material respect the disclosure or response is incomplete, incorrect, and if the additional or corrective information is not, and we have more, it is not, where'd it go? Here it is. Otherwise been made known to the other parties during the discovery process or in writing. So Kick, correct me if I'm wrong. So basically what that says, there's like okay, this is my understanding of Rule 26 when it comes to discovery and meetings and whatnot. There's already a generally accepted method in just the discovery process, correct? And in that generally accepted discovery process, if there need to be special rules, that's when you would set a meeting. Am I correct? If not, please, by all means, absolutely correct me. Sofa King Sleepy for $2 says, "Hey Johnny O, missed you for a while. I've missed all of you, but so I'm glad to be back. Thank you for that $2 super chat, by the way." So yes, so there are already rules in place, and the only time you would need a 26 meeting is if there are special circumstances for discovery. So that right there says that supplemental discovery, exactly. So this is for supplemental discovery, not the discovery process. There's already a discovery process. Chile just doesn't want the defendants to have his evidence because he's trying to bias the court, which is not going to happen because that's just not how the court works. You would think a constitutional law scholar would know. Yes, Oscar, it says I'm reading it wrong. This was submitted. This is documented to Chile from Ironton Lawyers. I caught up with that after the fact. I got more whatever. I got more engaged with what the Rule 26 is. I told you how to get several thousands of subs, stupid. Yeah, I don't want several thousands of subs like that. I don't want to show my boobies on channel. Just kidding. But yeah, so this was sent to Chile, and this is Chile. He's just he's pissy that he doesn't want to have to respond to this stuff. My goodness. Oh, this would probably be the reason why he doesn't want discovery. If in the past 10 years you have been incarcerated, please provide the reasons for each incarceration in the city and state where you were incarcerated and the dates of each incarceration. These attorneys are not stupid. They know what they're doing. If you've ever been party to a lawsuit, state when, where, and in what court the action was commenced, the case number, the names of the parties other than yourself, whether you were the plaintiff or defendant, and the nature of the claim involved in the action. That would be like 6 years of Chile trying to remember. There's a reason for that, Pants, and I will say allegedly Chile de Castro and Delete Lips Clips are purchasing subs. Allegedly. I can't say that for certain because I just can't. But allegedly, he's buying subs. The numbers seem to support that he has purchased subscribers. But again, I can't say that with conviction because I don't have the evidence. It's not like he got on live like some people who were purchasing subs and showed us their email from QQ2, which is a sub purchasing station. It's not like he did that at all. Chile didn't do that. I don't know of anybody who did. Describe in detail all injuries and symptoms, whether physical, mental, or emotional, experienced as a result of Lawrence County defendant's actions and claimed to have been caused, aggravated, or otherwise contributed to by the incidents upon which the amend complaint is based. He has none. He has no injuries. Maybe his high blood. Yeah, right. High knee blood pressure. Yep. Any wagers on whether Chile will drop the case rather than do the requested discovery? He's not going to do the requested discovery because he can't. He can't. He just can't. Because this completely destroys everything he's about him. Or he'll do the discovery, lie his ass off, and then that'll get exposed in court. And then because this is a legal request, he will then perjure himself. So one of those two things are going to happen. With regard to said injuries, state the name and address of each medical practitioner who attended to you, the name and address of each consulting physician, the name and address of each person or laboratory performing any x-ray or any other tests upon you since the date of the incident set forth in the amended complaint, the dates of each visit to a practitioner and or testing, the amounts to date of the respective bills for service and from which of them written reports have been received. He has none. There are none. Can't produce any. There you go. I answered that for you, Chili. Just put it like that, and we're good to go. During the 5 years immediately prior to your arrest on March 9th, 2022, if you have been confined to a hospital, treated by a physician, psychologist, psychiatrist, or x-rayed for any reason, give the name and address of each hospital, medical practitioner, and the approximate date of each confinement or service, and state in general the reason for such confinement or services. Wow. Chili, this is what an actual attorney is going to do. They're going to dig into your past to expose you for the dumb fucking liar that you are. That's what they do. It's what lawyers are going to do. This is a discovery process. They're going to want to know all this information. Do they expect you to actually answer honestly? Probably not. Probably not. But they do want to find out how many times you've been incarcerated, how many times you've been treated for drug abuse, drug use, etc. Since March 29th, 2022, if you have been confined to a hospital, treated by a physician, psychologist, psychiatrist, x-ray for any reason, give the name and address of each hospital, blah, 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 blah. That'll be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see that that doctor's visit. You said you couldn't meet up with Legicator and honor your commitment. Kind of curious. If there are any injuries or conditions which you claim were caused by the Lawrence County defendant's actions, which are an aggravation of a pre-existing condition, state which of the injuries or conditions were aggravated in nature thereof. Small testicle syndrome, number one. Lack of testosterone, number two. Lack of natural testosterone, and overabundance of artificial testosterone, allegedly. Lack of self-awareness. Lack of any couth, lack of any manners, lack of any intelligence, lack of any semblance of what it means to participate in a productive way in society. Geez, this is all allegedly, of course. This is what I think Chile would and should respond. Small bean syndrome, exactly. According to Aces, says I've got small testicles. They're basically invisible. Well, there you go. List each job or position of employment, including self-employment, you have held for each of the 5 years prior to March 29th on the date of the incident, following the incident, and for each set forth the following: the place of employment, name and address of the employer, date the employment commenced, date of termination, nature of employment, duties performed, name and address, immediate supervisor, rate of pay, blah, blah. Well, he can't because he didn't have any. He probably fired himself, but yeah. There's a method to find passwords called a brute force attack, where an attacker submits many passwords over a relatively short period of time with the hope of eventually guessing correctly. Yes, that is a thing. Brute force is a thing. Doesn't always work. And look, I'm not a hacker either. I'm not somebody who does that shit. I don't work for the NSA. But yeah, there are ways. Yeah. State your annual gross income from gainful employment for each of the 5 years before the date of March 29th. You don't want to do that because you don't want to disclose how much money you've been skimming from taxmen. I'm assuming. Again, allegedly. This is all allegedly. I am just editorializing why I think you don't want to fill out this paperwork. Drug dealer doesn't count as a job. Correct, Tusk. That is correct. Now, Chili, nobody called you a drug dealer. Okay. Tusk just made the statement that drug dealer does not count as a job, unless you're a pharmacist, which you're not. Celtic bastard. Yes. Chili's junk is like a Christmas tree. It's something that is slowly dying, and the balls are only for decorations. Freelance pharmacist up and out. Yes, exactly. State the full name and address of each person you intend to call as a witness, both lay and expert, at trial, and provide the subject matter of each person's anticipated testimony. That is perfectly normal. There's no reason why you shouldn't answer that question. Matter of fact, you are legally bound to answer that question. Discovery rules, you have to tell them. You have to provide a list of your witnesses, especially expert witnesses, there, so the defense can properly prepare a counter to your expert. So, independent journalist pharmacist, yeah, some shit like that. He's a YouTuber, and you know what? That's cool. You could say, you put that on there. I make money off of YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube. I make a little bit of scratch off of YouTube. This is not where I make my money. By any stretch of the word, I make far much more money outside of YouTube, which is why I haven't been in YouTube this past few months. I knew that once film season really picked up, I wasn't going to be able to focus a lot on YouTube. I miss you guys. I really do. And I appreciate every bit of support that you've given me. But I'm not at that level YouTube wise where I can solely depend on income from YouTube to pay bills, etc. Plus, I enjoy creating. I enjoy filmmaking. I enjoy the things that I do outside of YouTube. Not that there's anything wrong with people who enjoy doing YouTube, right? If that's what you want to do with your life, absolutely do it. You should do it, and you should feel fulfilled. And if YouTube is going to pay us to do this, then by all means, take advantage of that. So this is in no way, shape, or form meant to be any kind of anything to people. If you want to make money off of YouTube and you can, absolutely do it. You should. Oscar, it has not impacted us. As I'm not SAG and I'm not part of the Writers Guild. I do a lot of independent filmmaking, so I don't necessarily deal with that yet. If anything, that has actually helped my business because we're starting to see a little bit of an influx from things that we wouldn't normally get. I do think that the Writers Guild have a legitimate complaint against streaming services, streaming platforms. I've always been kind of leery, especially being a musician and dealing with like Spotify, Apple Music, downloads, etc., touch tunes, where they essentially just they don't pay you shit. It doesn't. And I've heard these complaints from the smallest of musicians to the biggest of musicians, talking about one of the reasons why it took so long for like the Beatles to get onto some of these things, because they were just like, no, we don't want to sell our music, which is worth far more than what the average person is getting paid via streaming, especially Spotify. We don't want to do it. We don't want to participate. So Chile is begging for donations while pulling a 36,000 a year off of YouTube alone. I mean, yeah, this is not the first writer strike. No, there was another one that happened a few years ago that really killed a couple of shows that I watched, but delete lols says, I watched Star Wars 100 times so that I can call myself an astronaut. So Splaticus Max, yeah, there's a symbiotic relationship, right? So you can't have, it's much more difficult to take a bad script and make it good than it is. Well, I don't know, man. I got to think about that, because I don't know. There's a symbiotic relationship. You can take a good script, make it bad, and you can take a bad script and make it good in the performances and way it's shot and all that stuff. But there is definitely a symbiotic relationship there. So, Blue Bacon says, "Oh dang, what did I miss?" Well, you missed about, I think it's like an hour or so, but whatever. It's no big deal. Does he pull 36K from YouTube? Probably. It's possible. I don't know the specific numbers, Stoney, so I can't say yes or no. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. We are getting Beetlejuice 2, by the way. That has been confirmed. I don't know how I feel about that. Tune in to Week in Horror for more on that. But yes, we are getting a Beetlejuice 2, sequel to Beetlejuice after 30 fucking years. My goodness. Tina Slay says, I wonder if all defendants can subpoena his answers once he's told by the court he has to respond, asking for a lot of John Doe's. The plaintiff's attorneys most certainly can. Spotify, oh man, that's another thing I like about Spotify. If you are on Spotify, and it's like an automated response type thing, which is really shitty, because the same thing happened to me on a different stream. One of my own songs, a song that I wrote it. I played in a live stream a couple of years ago because the singer of the band that I was in uploaded it to some service that did Apple Music, all this other bullshit. They came and hit me with a copyright claim. I was like, no. I wrote this fucking thing. I own the rights. This belongs to me. Here, boom. And it took me forever to get it taken off. But yeah, that was a good. Keaton is back as Batman. He should be back as Batman. He was the best Batman. I'm sorry. Sorry to all you Christian Bale fans. Not that I thought Christian Bale was bad. What's up, Connie H? Good to see you. There we go. Number 15. Provide the name of an individual who posted bond for your release from Lawrence County Jail. If you went to a bondsman, that's cool. If not, then whatever. I don't know. Request. Okay. Yeah, you got to produce your documents. This is the way it goes. That's the way it goes. You have to produce your evidence. You have to. Is Baldwin in the sequel to Beetlejuice? And Winona Ryder is yes. Winona Ryder. They're going to focus on Winona Ryder and her daughter, who's going to be played by Jenna Ortega. So, yeah. So that's going to be interesting. Keaton is back. I forget who else is. I forget. They had some other casting decisions in there. I think. I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to tell. I don't want to say yes, no, maybe I don't know because I'm not sure. Sorry. Anyway. Provide copies of your income tax returns from 5 years prior to the incident set forth in the complaint. I think we may have found yet another reason why Chile doesn't want to participate in discovery, because he doesn't have any. And once he proves that he doesn't have any and shows that he owes, and again, this is all allegedly. This is me offering an opinion, Chile. I don't believe you have tax returns. I don't believe you can provide evidence that you've paid the proper amount of taxes. I get it. You don't like paying taxes. I don't necessarily like paying taxes either, but I do like the services in which those taxes provide, like infrastructure, fire departments, military, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I do appreciate those. Do I think we could use our tax dollars better? Absolutely. I don't think there's a person alive in the States or anywhere who pays taxes that doesn't think that our tax dollars could be more wisely spent. But if I don't, I will haunt movie theaters till I see it. What are you talking about? Splaticus Max, what do you mean? Jim Finn says, can he call Chat GPT? I think I would definitely, if I were the defendants in this, I would show that. Like, this is a testament to his mental health. He's arguing with Chat GPT. What's going on? Oh, man. Taxes were not designed with entertainment in mind. Absolutely. So last summer. But I will say that certain that tax dollars do go to entertainment districts. There's certain states, like Georgia, for instance. Georgia is quickly becoming the next. I want to say the next Hollywood or the next New York. It's quickly becoming the next fine arts capital, right? So they're taking what was good in New York's fine arts districts in the theater district, and they've got the second largest. I think it's the second largest lot being built, or it's built, but they're adding to it, right, for film studios. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And other states that do similar things. But the reason why you get studios that want to build in like Georgia, Mississippi, Oklahoma, New Mexico is because the states have decided that they want that influx of people. They want, we want you to come and make your move or make your films or your television shows in our state because it's good for it actually does provide tax dollars to our cities, our municipalities, and our state. So and then plenty of taxes are dodged through entertainment, money laundering, and films. Absolutely, that is absolutely true. 100%. Oh, I did miss it, Splaticus Max. You hope to see Beetlejuice before you die. I do too. I hope you see it before you die. And Splaticus, I hope that it's not like you telling us something, but I want you to live much longer and definitely see that. Let's see here. Provide copies of all records of any hospital, clinical, medical doctor. Yeah, this is just things you're going to want. This is normal, everyday, average stuff. I don't see anything in here that is out of ordinary. I mean, nothing in that seems to be. Nothing's wrong with that. It's average shit. It's what they want. People are going to want that. That's part of being in a fucking litigation. It's part of discovery. There's nothing outside of the norm in that discovery process. Patting him on my head, and it says comforting remarks without saying anything about his apparent deception. What did I do? I did not do it. I didn't do it. Didn't do it. Chili, don't bring me involved. Don't try and get me involved in your shit. It's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. Because I'd already left your stupid ass alone until you wanted to try and hit me with a false copyright strike, which you cannot and did not get through. If I were looking for a fight, I'd simply just challenge you to a fight. I don't give a shit about you. I don't. I'm going to point and laugh. I'm going to criticize things that I think that you do, like I do with anybody else. And if you have something to say against me, I encourage you to express your opinions. They don't hurt my feelings. I don't give a shit. Say whatever the fuck you want about me. Whatever the fuck you want about me. You can say whatever you want about me. The second that it starts affecting my family in a negative way, my finances in a negative way, then we'll have an issue and we'll address that issue once it gets there. If you libel, slander, shit like that, once I receive damages from that, yeah, we'll go about that a different way. But as far as you getting on YouTube and saying, "Oh, I think Johnny opened the plot hole is a fucking fat idiot," okay, don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Don't care. Doesn't bother me. Say whatever you want. You say whatever you want about me. People come to me and say, "I'm pulling sponsorship from you because of what Chili DeCastro said." Well, first I'm gonna look at the sponsor and think, well, if you listen to what Chili DeCastro says, I don't want your fucking sponsorship to begin with. But then I'll look at Chili and be like, "Hey, look, buddy, what you're doing is legally wrong," and we'll go that route. But Omni Orosboro says, "What's new, Johnny O?" I might, if you guys are so inclined, be willing to show you a couple of set photos from the film shoot. I'll do this against JL's wishes if and only if we can get that light counter above 250. Okay, there are 316 people here. I'm sure there's some Cholito fucking fans in there. I don't give a shit. But if we can get that like count up to 250 or better, I will show you guys some set photos. There's some good ones. Name of the film, 11 to 6, Splaticus Max. It's called 11 to 6. But that's what I've been doing lately. I've been actually getting out into the world, putting myself out there and working. And good on you, Chili, for thinking that your life's mission is to do what you do. Fine, that's fine. Just understand that you being a public persona means that we can criticize you. I want to think about that. JL, Johnny, and Team Skeptic against Jose. I would watch all of those interactions. They would be great. That would be fun. Sorsha says, are they Eugene asterisk pictures again? No, these are not. These are actual set, but do my eyes deceive me? Hand orange covering? No, I'm here, Forgiven Jerry. I am here. Let's see. We're at 190, so a little bit more. I've got them ready to go. I'll show them to you. Maybe even a video or two. You never know. We'll see what happens. Blue Bear says, just hope we don't have to. So there's a story there, and maybe I'll tell that story. I don't know. That one I might do on the condition of anonymity. But yeah. Jeez. Notice how I haven't once directed anybody to do anything other than hit the like button, you fucking twat. Splaticus Max says, Chili is a movie maker because when anyone touches him, he leaves a film on them. Gross. But it's true. That is true. 191. There we go. Come on now, 250. There are 282 of you in here. Notice how the second I stopped talking about Chili, there was a mass exodus of Chili fuckers. So bye, Chili. Good to see you. What happened to your? I don't know. I have no idea. Forgiven Jerry. I know there's a lot of things that got all fucked up on this thing. I don't know what happened to your wrench. Hang on a second. Who knows? There it is. YouTube being YouTube again. Oh, we're getting closer. What is a twat? Heard of a twat? Same. Come on, man. Oh no, I encourage you to bust my balls in chat, Blue Bear. I encourage you because it's fun. See, I can handle. Not saying you can't, Blue Bear. I know you can, but some people can't handle the banter, the playful banter back and forth. Only 114 to hit 1,000. Let's do it. Get over to weekendhorror.com. Weekend Horror, YouTube at Weekend Horror. Go check us out. It's a lot of fun. If you like horror movies. If you don't like horror movies, then it's not going to be fun for you. But that's Captain Twat Waffle. My bad. Let's see. Is it true his new indestructible trifold was made by a Canadian? It's possible. I don't know. Sandy D asks, Chili is suing you because you haven't mentioned him in 2 months. Yeah, that's exactly true. He misses me and he misses the attention. That's exactly what happens. And as I said, I hadn't said a word. I mean, the last time I mentioned anything about Chili is when he decided he wanted to try and put me into his ongoing litigation in Boston, I think, but it just doesn't work. So, and then he tried to hit me with a DMCA claim, which I didn't say anything about until today. That didn't work because that's not how it works, Chili. That's why I say Splaticus. That's what he said. Oh, that's what Chili said. Chili said it was made in Canada, huh? Interesting. The Celtic Bastard says, when they nailed Capone, it wasn't for racketeering, murder, bootlegging, or extortion. They nailed him on a tax evasion. Could be used on 99% of frauditors. Perhaps. JL is in, I think he's in the old. He's in the side chat. It's in the old side chat. Is Blue Bear that isn't getting... Whoa. Is a Blue Bear a bear that isn't getting any? Probably. Blue Bear, what do you think? Is that true? Is that why you're blue? Because you're sad? Because you're not getting any? And they're sad because they're not getting any? How long can you have ongoing litigation? Isn't there a time limit? I think once it's filed, it all depends on timelines in court. I know here that some litigations can take decades, definitely years. It's just kind of the way it goes, but all right, we're at 250 more and we'll look at it. They would need to have an income to declare. So here's the thing that most tax evaders don't like. So essentially what these lawyers are doing is having Chili submit to a base audit. And as a Canadian, I hope Cholito's draft wasn't made here. I'm sorry, Grimbo. He says it was. I have no idea. But anyway, essentially what he's trying to do is get him to self-audit. So provide tax statements, etc., show his income versus his expenses. That way they could accidentally let the taxman know that maybe they want to look into somebody who's not paying his taxes. I'm not saying that these attorneys are being deceitful, dishonest, or anything like that. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm saying that's a natural consequence. Something that, again, if you're trying to claim damages, you're going to have to show that. You're going to have to prove that. You need to prove what your income was before the alleged damages happened, how those damages have impacted your current, and how you expect them to impact your futures. That's how this works. So, gotta show receipts. You have to show receipts. You have to. No, but Chili's claims are 100,000, 1,000,000% BS. Yeah, that's true. It's all bullshit. All of it. Well, we're not going to get there. It doesn't look like we're going to get there before I have to leave. So I'm taking off here in a few minutes. I have kids to pick up, things to work on. Does busting still make JL feel good? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you have to show loss of earnings. The more he claims, the more the IRS will be interested. Absolutely. Chili, I don't think you understand what you're setting yourself up for, but who here is surprised that you don't understand? That's why you don't want to participate in discovery, because you don't want to have to actually put a real number. Just the way it goes. Donnie D, what did I miss? The same old. I didn't want to do Chili content anymore, and then Chili said, no, but I want you to. So, whatever. And again, this will be the last time I speak about it, unless he does something really stupid. Johnny O, look at Depp v. Heard. She most definitely wrong that he's only got 10 million. Yeah. And honestly, he could take her to court and get quite a bit more, because when Disney dropped him for Pirates, whatever, that was a boatload of money that he lost out on. A boatload of money. But taking Amber Heard to court to get money, or anybody to court to get that kind of money, any individual, right? Like I wouldn't take Chili to court to actually try and recoup damages because he's got no fucking money. He's nothing for me to recoup. I mean, I would get a judgment placed against him. Should I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying that's what I want to do. I'm just saying if I were put in that position to have to take action against somebody like Chili, that's where I would be. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take him to court for this false DMCA claim. I could and try and recoup damages, but we're talking about ad rev on a live stream, which is pennies on the dollar at best. So it's just not worth it. And in that, I have a responsibility to quote stop the bleeding as best I can too. So I do have that responsibility when it comes to that shit, which I did. Anyway, don't read how I typed it, fill in the gaps, so I don't look dumb. What are you talking about? What happened here? What did I miss? Am I going to be on tomorrow, Brian Powell? Probably not. I don't know. I might stop by Weekend Horror. I might. I'm not for certain. Not happy about paying taxes, but would be unhappy if I had to change my address to Leavenworth, Kentucky. Me too. Haven't heard much about Chili's suing YouTube. Chili doesn't. I want Chili to sue YouTube, not because I don't have to explain. You got everybody here knows why I want Chili to sue YouTube because he's going to get pecker slapped about 167,000 times. I think that's the number of attorneys that YouTube have on retainer. I think. Sandy D says, answering real questions, make it a real lawsuit, and he has to abide by real law. He can't do that. No, he cannot. He absolutely cannot do that. He cannot do that. He just can't because A, he doesn't know what the real law is, and B, he just doesn't want to do it. Tuck says you have to admire Chili for the nerve. He's claiming for damages, but wants the court to deny the accused access to his financial records. They just asked, they take his word for it. Take my word for it. I promise you, bro. I have bazillion dollars in damages, bro. What was that Ricky Gervais? Was it a movie or a television show where everybody just believed everything everybody said? Nobody ever told a lie, and Ricky Gervais was the only person who could tell a lie. What was that show called? Was it a show or a movie? Can't fucking remember. Anyway. Or was it an episode of a show? I don't remember. Yeah, Bob Donnell's gyroscope says, we're talking about Chili here. There's not a snowball's chance in hell of getting money out of him. Not even a little bit. Yes, he has deleted all the laws. Yep, in his own mind. Blue Bear says, in my opinion, Chili is the Amber Heard of the First Amendment community. He is psychotic and will shit on your bed when he doesn't get his way. Chili, how many beds have you shat on? Genuine question. I don't know. We want to know. I don't think we're going to get to the 250, which is fine because I'll just save the pictures for some other time. Chili didn't realize that he accidentally brought in the people who've been helping him. Chili's an idiot. There's a lot of things he doesn't realize. He's just an idiot. But who financed Chili's adventure could. So Timo, it's possible that you can go after his financiers, which would be the smart thing to do. And that's something that this discovery would expose who's actually putting the funding behind Chili, which may be another reason why he doesn't want to answer discovery, because he's trying to keep his financial backers out of it, right? I doubt it. No, he won't shit in your bed. He will Nutella on it. That's true. Yep. The entire First Amendment audit community does more harm than good. GMK, I agree. I do. I am all about having First Amendment rights to freedom of speech, press, religion, freedom from religion. Absolutely. But the auditors are not having a positive impact on that. They are not. We are constantly seeing more anti-auditor bills that are being passed in response to what these auditors are doing, which further limits my rights, your rights, and all of you First Amendment auditor ball suckers and white knighters who want to come after those like me who do this type of content and talk shit about, you don't believe in rights, or you're just a bootlicker, or you're just, I don't know, whatever. No, I absolutely do believe in those rights. I absolutely do believe in I have more than many times stated that you should record your interactions with the police for your protection, that you should be able to freely express yourself within reason, that you should have freedom of and freedom from religion, and the freedom of press. What press is might be up for debate between myself and someone who considers himself a First Amendment auditor, and that's fine. We can have that discussion. But when your actions get things like House Bill 2319 passed in Arizona that limits what people can and can't record, what press can and can't do, what qualifies as a First Amendment audit, or what qualifies as protected activity. Yeah, we have a problem. We talk about our rights being restricted, but no one has mentioned how we are putting police on edge in these interactions and how they can end up. And that's, I mean, absolutely. Here's the thing. And I am not a blanket police supporter. Okay. I think, and I've said this bazillion times, we definitely need to hold our law enforcement agencies to a high standard. They're supposed to be well-trained. They're supposed to be as balanced as they can be. I've expressed my opinions on this matter many times. That being said, a bee serves a purpose. A hornet serves a purpose. Wasps serve purposes, right? Okay. Scorpions serve a purpose. Why do I bring these up? Am I saying cops and whatnot are like hornets, bees, and whatnot? Not necessarily. They have a service. Mr. Shorting's cat, good to see you. I need to speak with you. Just kind of touch base and kind of give you an update of what's been going on. It's been so busy. So I feel bad when I lose touch with my pals, especially ones that have been super cool. That is a good question. Blue Bear, where are you at? Type something in there. Blue Bear, type something. Geez, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So why do I bring up bees and whatnot? So you let bees do the thing. They make honey, pollinate, blah, 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 blah. Go kick a bee's nest. What's going to happen to you? You're going to get your ass lit up. Same thing with hornets, wasps, etc. Cops serve a purpose. We should neither love nor hate them. Absolutely. Or a fire ant nest. Yeah, what happens? Now, when you watch fire ants and bees and wasps and whatnot do their thing, serve their purpose, and leave them alone, the majority of them aren't going to attack you. You're going to get a couple of wild ones every now and again that need to be dealt with. But for the most part, especially bees, hell, watching some beekeepers just kind of come in and like remove bees. They come in without any fucking bee suits, do their thing. Maybe get stung once or twice because they get a couple of bees that just, again, they're in protection mode. But Gypsy Love for $5 is live. Hello, people. Hello. I am not a slacker, Blue Bear. I am not a slacker. I know what you're talking about. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Gypsy Love. I appreciate that. Let's see here. The problem is we live in an age where law enforcement is hesitant to do their job because we're too willing to listen and appease people who just want to throw them under the bus. Look, that might be a problem, but it's something that we have to endure as a growing pain, a part of the process of law enforcement with public, right? With the everyday average person. And I'm not saying that law enforcement should have to deal with this. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying there are growing pains. When we have incidences like the Philando Castile incident, where we have just blatant abuse of power, where we have those really need to be met with harsh criticism, with harsh punishments. And unfortunately, when there is be it something that happens all the time, which I don't think it does, mind you, okay, or be it something that happens a lot in certain areas, certain situations, which I do believe racial profiling absolutely happens in certain areas. Absolutely happens. There's no denying it. I don't think there's going to be many an officer who would argue that racial profiling doesn't happen. Not successfully, anyways. I do think that there's certain areas where certain people are looked at a little bit more than others. What's up, Navy Doc? Now, just because I make that statement doesn't mean that I think it's okay for us to go out and intentionally antagonize. We shouldn't go out there and all the wasps, bees, and hornets because you're going to get stung. Okay. Floyd, for instance, not Floyd. Yeah. What's his name? Who's the guy that News Now Omaha? Floyd, right? When he runs around police officers and antagonizes them and then goes to his pockets, he's asking to get shot. He's asking for it. At the end of the day, I do think that police officers should have the right to protect themselves. I do think it's such a complicated matter. If you go to your pocket for any reason whatsoever in that type of situation, when you're being an antagonist, like if you're walking down the street, you get headphones on, you're walking, just having a good old time, and you put your hands in your pockets. No, I don't think you should get shot for that. I don't think you should get stopped for that. Nothing, right? That's innocuous. But when you're going around with mask on, and we're not talking your fucking standard COVID mask, right? We're talking something that's done with the intention of appearing menacing. When you go around antagonizing, hiding behind dumpsters, and then you antagonize to get the response that you want, mind you. That's the biggest issue I have with First Amendment auditors is not there to actually get a real response. They're not there to actually educate people on what our responsibilities are when it comes to First Amendment rights, etc. They're there to antagonize, to get that negative response. I've had a lot of white knighters for Amagassat Press, Press, yes. I think Gutterman is absolute trash. I do. I think he's terrible. I think he is a disingenuous, fake piece of garbage. I don't appreciate the way he goes about doing what he does. Okay, that's my opinion. You might love him. Have at it. White knight for him in my comment section, please. You think that's hurting my feelings? You think that's hurting my channel? You're out your goddamn mind. Matter of fact, my most viewed fucking video over the past, I think 2 months now has been the video I did like a year and a half ago over Amagassat Press. So good on you. Keep feeding that fucker through the algorithm. I appreciate it. But when you do like these guys and you go out simply for antagonizing people, right? So Gutterman, whenever he's approached by people, when he says, minding my own business, when he answers a legitimate question, hey, what's going on here? When you go out with a camera and make a spectacle of yourself like Gutterman does, standing in front of buildings, standing in front of businesses, standing in whatever, you're doing that for a reason. You're doing because you want to get the interaction. You cannot argue against it. You can try, but it is 100% obvious. You are as transparent. We know why you're doing it. You want the response. Fine, get the response, but deal with the fact that you're going to get some people who are going to be curious to what you're doing. And some people are going to have a genuine curiosity. When they see people out and about filming stuff, you're going to get those questions. Hey, what do you guys, when I'm on set, when I'm a set out in public and we have lights and we have, cameras and we have actors and we have makeup trailers and we have all this shit, people in public will come by. Hey, what's going on here? What are you guys doing here? They're genuinely curious about what we're doing. And Gutterman, if you wanted to educate people, instead of hitting that genuine curiosity with antagonistic bullshit, you could engage with that person, engage with that member of the public and say, hey, we're here. We're out exercising our First Amendment rights to record freely in public. We're out taking some pictures and photos and blah, blah, blah. We're talking with people like you who have questions, who may have, who might be concerned about what we're doing. We're here to put you at ease, blah, 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 blah. There's so much better way you can go about, quote, educating. But that's not your point. You're not trying to educate. You're trying to antagonize. And when you antagonize, you have to deal with those ramifications of being an antagonistic asshole. And sometimes that's going to be negative interactions with police officers, which is what you fuckers want. I mean, let's be honest. You want that because that gets you clicks and views. Come on. So when you're in that situation, back to Floyd, back to this. All right, Blue Bear, be safe out there. When you're in this situation and you've antagonized enough to get the response that you so desperately wanted with the police, and you go to your pockets, you're asking for an escalation Because yes, when you are facing someone and you make a motion to your pockets, something you know to be able to be received as a threat, they don't know what you have in your pockets. Could be any number of things. And unfortunately, we have to err on the side of caution that it could be a weapon. So if you're going for a weapon, I have a weapon, I'm going to go for my weapon as well. That's the way it works. Whether you like it or not, that's a sad reality. So when Newsnet Omaha goes out there and does this shit, he's asking for that negative interaction. Don't do that shit. That's just stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. And here's the thing. Splattix Max brings up a good point. He's talking about Amagansett Press. Goes around with a big ass cell phone lens and camera to antagonize regular people on the street. When you do that that's just going to draw people in to say, hey, what's going on? I'm curious. And some people will be upset about that. And there are better ways to go, hey, look, there's no reason to be upset. Put you at ease. We're out here exercising our rights to record in public. Now, some things, and again, I haven't verified this bit of information, but some people have come forward and said that he likes to go into a building or into a business that he's out. He'll be doing his audit with his cameras and his son or whatever, and point cameras. And if he's not getting the negative interactions, he'll actually go into the business, rile up the crowd a little bit, and then go out and then capture that and then act as if, I'm just out here filming for the public. I haven't verified this, but these are things that people come to me with. Hey, this is what he's doing. This is what he likes to do. He likes to antagonize people further, which wouldn't surprise me based on his interactions he has out in public and his heavily edited videos, by the way. So yeah. Anyway, it's time. It's time for me to go. Wrong town, wrong business. His camera will get. Oh yeah, right. You go to the wrong place. Some people notice how they don't audit like the hood. Anybody notice this? Right. When was the last time you saw a gutterman in like Compton or the Bronx or Queens? Some of the or Stop 6 over here in DFW. Some of these not so nice places. I haven't seen it. Or the Pentagon. Yeah, go audit the Pentagon, Mr. Publicly accessible building and public. Yeah. Jeez. Okay, let's see. We got to 227. Close. I tell you what, we got close. We didn't get to 250. We got close. So this is what I will do. I will show one photo, maybe if it's there. If you want to see the two, let's see. I'll give you guys a choice. You can either see the two lovely ladies who are in this movie, and no, it's not that kind of movie. It's a horror film. You can see a cast photo of the two starlets. Very wonderful to work with, by the way. I had a blast working with them. They were so sweet and so talented. Just amazing. You can get a set picture of me between makeup sessions, applying prosthetics. Or you can get a picture of, let's see, what else do I have here? You can get, I tell you what, the ladies, myself in prosthetics or getting close to prosthetics, or the killer. I'll let you guys pick one. Let me know. You know what? Let's do this here. We'll do this. We'll start a poll. Better not put that word in there. YouTube may not like it. All right, we'll let that go for a couple minutes. There you go. Let me know. You have a poll. We'll let it run for just a few minutes before we pick one. What do you guys have? What do you guys have going on? How's everybody doing with life? I hope everybody's killing it in a good way. I know that a lot of things have been going on lately. A lot of people have been dealing with some things. I understand. So I want everybody to everybody know that if you need somebody, reach out, find a local, whatever, local chapter of, find a watering hole, whatever. Too hot in Seattle. Oh no. The video editing that they do is very easy. The video editing that I do is not. So Janice Farmer says, you hanging in there? Well, that's good. I hope you are hanging in there. No, don't. There we go. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Paracord Princess is finally over the flu. Good. Shuggy says, hey, Johnny O, what one can do and what should do are so totally different. That is true. Sometimes they are. Sometimes you can do what you should do, and sometimes you should do what you can't do, or you can't do what you should do. I get it. I get it. Good to see you, Shuggy. You went to the Swansea Comic Con dressed as the Rocketeer. That is cool. I would love to see that. Is this you here? Is that your avatar? You and the Rocketeer? As Rocketeer? That's cool. That is awesome. One of my favorite parts about going to cons or meeting, outside of meeting, Tony Todd, Malcolm McDowell, and shit like that, or the people who take the time to really do their costumes right. All right, so far, oh man, out of 43 votes, we have the Stars. They're in the lead right now, not by much. Prosthetics is very close. You might be disappointed about with the prosthetics, but we'll, whatever. I'm just put that out there. Stars, you will not be disappointed because, again, they're very lovely and very talented. My goodness, so much fun working with them. Oh no, and we're at a stalemate. The Slash, nobody cares about the bad guy. I say that 24% of you care. The rest of you do not. They're like, I don't care about seeing the bad guy. Shuggy says, sorry, let me. Oh, it's no worries, Shuggy. You guys run long streams, so I get it. Stars are back. I give it. Let's see. We're up for 2 minutes. We'll do another 3 minutes. Let's go for 5 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Machete spills in space. Oh no! Oh no! I think it's supposed to be Machete kills in space, but yeah. Gosh. It's been fun. I had a lot of fun. I got to say, I had a lot of fun on set. By the way, if you notice this thing going across the banner here, everybody who did the Insomniac Films run up, I'm still working on how I'm going to get the thing. This is the banner that's supposed to be a wall that has your name, but so for now, this is just intermittent, but this is what I've got so far. So last summer says everyone wants to see hot chicks. Can't blame them. I can't either, and I don't. Sandy D says, not me. I want to see the artwork put into the makeup. You will. Don't worry. All this stuff will be released eventually. I'm just trying to give everybody's going to get a sneak peek, a little bit of a teaser today. We're timing Arto Rizia now? Gosh. To be honest, he probably deserved it. I'm just kidding. All right. I think it's going to be the Starlets because it looks that way. It looks like what everyone wants to see. And I can't say that I blame you. So let me find a good one of the cast, a good cast photo. I won't be in this cast photo, I don't think, which is perfectly okay because you guys see me right now. You know what I look like. Let me find a good one. All right, here we go. Here's a good one. Let it go just a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be the cast photo. So, yep. Boom. We're going to end this poll. There we are. Cast photo it is. Mr. Schrodinger's cat, don't worry. You won't be missing out on much. Let's see here. We're going to look at, no, we're going to go, boom. These are the very talented and very lovely stars we had. This is on the left of your screen. That's Destiny Baldwin, who plays Jennifer, and on the right, that is Precious Peck, who plays Mary. Very sweet. I know it's 3% difference with just outside of standard deviation of 2 points, but there you are. There they are. Very nice. Like I said, they are very talented. They were so much fun to work with. I do hope to get to work with them again very soon in the very near future. They're extremely talented. Which is the first victim and which is the final girl? Ask Tusk. You'll have to wait and see. You have to watch the film when it's available. Speaking of which, get into the Weekend Horror Discord, and you will have that option sometime in the near future. I'm still working on the rough edit, so it's going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit. I got probably another 5 to 6 weeks editing this thing together. Like I said, I like to get picture locked, and I have to score it. But yeah. But yeah, this is, again, these two were so much fun to work with. They're extremely talented. They're not just pretty faces. They are very dedicated to what they do. They put in a lot of work to nail nuance, to nail character developments. Would you say they are scream queens? Absolutely would. I absolutely would. One more than the other, but they were both extremely talented in their performances. I can't wait for you guys to see it because, again, they were so amazing. They were so amazing in their performances, and I can't wait to share that with everybody. But it'll be a little bit, but I will update everybody when it's that time. That being said, it is time for me to get out of here. I had fun with all of you. You're amazing. I hope to see you guys on a live soon. Again, youtube.com/@weekendhorror for more updates on that film. If you like horror movies, great place to go. Stick around here, become a channel member if you wish. You don't have to. I enjoy interacting with you regardless. Super chats are nice, but not required. Again, I'll read as many of the chats as I can get to, regardless of super chats. You can always grab merchandise if you like. And again, you don't have to. There's no obligation here. I try and include as many people as possible. Everybody who is here and does interact, thank you so much. All the subscribers, everybody who does what they do, you guys are awesome. Go out there and have fun. Be good. We'll see you guys next time. I hope sooner rather than later. Cheers, everybody.